Hello everyone and welcome to Daniele Magli's YouTube channel. Today I'll talk about the 10 things that were forbidden or strongly discouraged, or the behaviors that were best avoided at the Italian Conservatory of Music in the 1980s. Anyone who studied at the Conservatory of Music in Italy in the 80s was very lucky. The teachers were of a high level, and almost all had been students of Andres Segovia. As regards the guitar and all the instruments, the level of the teachers was very high. In that era, it was possible to attend the top-level concerts listening to Andres Segovia, John Williams, Julian Bream, Manuel Barueco and Narciso Yepes, so I did. But let's see the list of the 10 things forbidden at the Conservatory of Music. At number 10, your guitar was often chosen by your maestro, your teacher, and for me it was a stroke of luck, because it chose for me the Raspagni that I always play today in the video, you know. At number 9, you had to follow a precise method to file your nails. Sapphire powder file, number 1000 sandpaper, a piece of leather to smooth. I still have the originals for that era. There was no internet to ask for advice on a guitar forum, and in any case, we were used to respecting and following our teacher. I still use this method for my nails, also today, because I like it. At number 8 in the 80s, it was highly inadvisable to use a different setting right hand from what use Segovia or Julian Bream or Tarrega, of course. In 1980, it was mandatory to use the foot pedal, and in any case, the Raspagni Guitar support didn't exist. I still have the original pedal. I'm kidding. Number 7. It wasn't forbidden to study anything other than music, but it was discouraged, because you had to practice music 10 hours a day, between the instruments, theory or composition and everything else. At that time, I arrived at the conservatory every day with a different book. History, psychology. This wasn't a great idea, but some teachers secretly admired me. Number 6. It was strictly forbidden to give information from one's teachers to guitarists in other classes or schools. I actually gave information to all the guitarists, and today, from 20 years, I've been giving for free everything on the internet, PDF score, my compositions, everything about Segovia skies, Segovia scales, Segovia style, everything. I'm happy when I share information or knowledge about the guitar or the Andres Segovia guitar style, so thank you for your like. Number 5. It was forbidden to change the BPM of a piece when your teacher had told you that the tempo to follow the metronome was exactly that. We were raised to follow our teachers with great respect and trust, and sometimes with a little fear. At number 4, any kind of sport was forbidden. Getting injured could mean losing a year or two. We were all trained as if we were going to become Mozart, and that was our destiny. Running and yoga were allowed, and I did that. I also became a vegetarian to enhance my creativity. Number 3. It was forbidden to use different editions or books or buy books other than those recommended for musical scores. When Segovia began to be disliked in the conservatory, I secretly bought and studied from its musical edition, For example, source 20 etudes. At number 2, it was strictly forbidden, under penalty of exclusion from the Conservatory, to play the music of the Beatles or any rock or pop music group. We couldn't talk about jazz, but we knew all our teachers liked jazz. I had all the rock and jazz records at that time, but they belonged to my brother. Number 1. It was forbidden to tune the guitar with a modern electronic tuner. And that was a good thing because it cost a lot of money. We only tuned with harmonics, but tuning forks were allowed. In conclusion, in those years when you had to ask permission to leave the conservatory and make an emergency phone call in a phone booth, in those years when vinyl records there were too expensive, but there was a conservatory library with free records and books, in those years when even the great Andrea Segovia and his style were questioned and imitating him was forbidden, there was something wonderful in those years. We placed great importance on music. The guitar, music and study were our whole life. So we could grow, and I'm very happy to have lived through those years, despite these prohibitions. But please, let me play yesterday. Let me play yesterday. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel. Please write your comments under the video. Please write your comments. Let me know what you think about it. And of course, click like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Ciao, alla prossima. Modern electronic tuner and transcription, for example, source 20 etudes. In 1980, it was and in any case, the Ergo Play didn't guitar support. The Ergo Play did guitar support. The Ergo Play guitar support. The Ergo Play guitar support. In 1980s, it was
At number 2, it was strictly forbidden, under penalty of exclusion from the Conservatory.